Hi, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. If you all just keep my little grandson in your thoughts right now, that would be really nice at this moment. How are you all doing today? It's a beautiful day to talk about a subject which is very controversial, and it's always bothered me to a degree when I see the fear in people's eyes when they talk about it, especially over the decade and a half that people came to me and when they were just about ready to move into the light, the fear and the worry. And of course it's always a mindset of what human beings place in our way. So it's never from a good heart, it's from a fear mind. And that is because it's been made up. It's a made up thing. What am I talking about today? Today's subject is, how would you like to move into the light? And do you believe that well, let's start from the beginning. We see, as history has shown us, that many religions believe in different forms of moving into the light, whether it be placed into a wooden box or whether it's been your vital organs taken out, whether you've had gold placed on the eyes, whether you are wrapped up in a silk and burnt. All of these things are a personal choice, but based on normally religion. It's dogma. It's what we have been programmed to believe. But when we really step back and ask ourselves what is the right way to move into the light, there is only one right way to move into the light, and that is moving into the light as it happens, whether it's by accident, or if you believe in that. I believe that sometimes accidents do happen when you put your foot down on a pedal too fast. The chances are you're going to move into the light much quicker if you go slower. However, you could be walking on a street road and a piano can fall from above and take you out. You can be in a building and an aeroplane can take you out. You can be oh my God, anywhere, and things can happen to you. Now, certain religions believe that you have to be wholly intact and to be buried, and without being wholly intact, you will not move to the light. It won't happen. Sorry, say that again. You're actually telling me that all of those in that building in 9/11 who died that way, they didn't go to the light because they weren't buried properly? And what about people who end up in certain situations, in car accidents where they lose limbs and things happen and they don't go into the light? Are you kidding me? You're telling me there has to be a certain thing that we need to do to go into the light, to reassure our place in the spirit world? Well, guys, just me saying this alone should ring a kind of red flag, and oh my God, this is weird. It is weird. It's all weird because it's man-made. It's not real. It's all an agenda, all planned. Religion isn't life. It isn't truth. It's somebody's writing. If somebody writes a book, does that make what they've written right? It only makes what they've written to themselves is correct. What if somebody writes a book because they wanted to sell something? What if Tony Robbins writes books because he wants to sell courses? What if Deepak Chopra writes books because he wants to sell certain things? What if people write books because they have an agenda to profit from it? Well, that makes sense. People do that. It's a form of advertising. So what makes the Bible or all of the other books any different from a one man saying, you know what, this book can be great because I can utilize this for my channeled, my funneled people to come to me and give me what I want? Well, yeah, that's what people do. That's how it works. It's a marketing strategy. It's how it works. If you've got something to offer, you're going to share it, whether it's writing, whether it's speaking, and you're going to funnel that so people can come and find out who you are, what you do, and what you offer. And I believe that's what religion is. There are parts in religion which are truths without a doubt and very, very powerful. But when it comes to moving into the light, I have witnessed many people move into the light, and they don't need to be fully buried in a box, which costs literally thousands for the real truthful and I believe the most natural organic way for your body to be utilized is to go back into Mother Earth. It makes sense. So for me, don't you dare buy a fancy coffin. Don't you dare do that. And if you're going to put me into the ground, wrap me in silk and just put me into ground. Or don't wrap me in anything, just put me in the ground and let my body become part of Earth. And that feels nice. Where do I need to be buried? I don't need to be buried anywhere. I can be put anywhere. Stick a tree on top of me if you want. That'll be nice. But, you know, and if you want to burn me. It doesn't matter. My spirit has gone to the spirit world prior to that. So what am I worried for? Am I trapped in between two worlds? Well, you know about my conversation about spirit trapped in between two worlds. That has nothing to do with your body. It's nothing to do with whether all your body parts are there or whether you have your body parts taken out or whether you have a load of gold on you to be able to go into that world, which many religious sect believed, didn't they? Yes, they did. Yeah, you need a gold coin. Right. So, the most vital thing for me is before you move into the light is to forgive. To forgive everybody, but more important, to forgive yourself. Okay, so what I've done to other people, how I've behaved, I'm going to forgive myself for that because I know that I was brought to you to be or do whatever I needed to do that I didn't want to do sometimes, and I caused pain and suffering. But actually, we agreed before we came here to go through that. So I might agree to going through suffering through, say, alcoholism. Just say I wanted to be an alcoholic and to see if I had the power to heal from that and to grow stronger from it. Could be one of the things that I chose to come back for. I don't drink alcohol, but I could have done. Or I could have abused somebody, or I could have done something really bad, or really caused terrible sufferings to thousands and millions of people. Okay, forgive yourself, forgive everything. There's a bigger picture. Okay, let it all go. And then when the light comes, you move through and you go back home. If you don't forgive and forgive yourself, if you are in the energy of real guilt and you're fearful of moving into the light because of the repercussions of religion, saying that you're going to hell if you've done something bad, you will then step away from the light and you will be in what I consider to be a spirit trapped in between two worlds. You're not going into the light, meaning you reject the light, you fear the light. And the reason is just what I said. It's all to do with anger, fear, guilt. So you might be angry and you might not want to go back into the light because of fear and whatever. What happens is you're trapped in between them two worlds. Well, you know all my conversation about spirit trapped in between two worlds. I've created music, videos, I've created content on how to help spirit go back into the spirit world, how to go home. So ultimately, what we're talking about today and what we're trying to understand is what is right, what is the right way for our spirit to go home, and is there a wrong way? There isn't a wrong way at all. It doesn't matter whether you're cremated, it doesn't matter whether you're buried, it doesn't matter whether you've got a headstone bigger than the Eiffel Tower, it doesn't matter if you've got a carved statue of yourself, it doesn't matter if you've got gold or if you've got Moldavite on you, it doesn't matter anything, nothing matters. All what matters is there is a natural process, and that process is when you're ready to move into the light, you will. And it has nothing to do with how you're buried or how your body is taken care of. So that's my truth. How do I know this? Because I know many people who have been cremated, I know many people who have been buried, and I know many people who have had accidents, and I know many people who have taken their life, okay? All that I can tell you went into the light very nicely, at home, at peace, and they've learned what they needed to learn, and if not, they come back to learn again and to try and overcome those feelings or those pains, those sufferings that we went through. That is my truth, okay? If I write that book, that's just my truth. That's my experience. It doesn't make it right, but it doesn't make it wrong. All I'm saying is, think for yourself. If a religion tells you to think one way, I would suggest that there is, or there was, an agenda to that. So if something is right, it's right. And you don't need to forcibly tell people what to do, because you will naturally, instinctively know what to do, because the human spirit is attached to your intuition. Your intuition knows. So in the end, you make the conscious decision. And actually, if you really sit down and meditate on this situation, you'll find that it doesn't matter what you do. Turn yourself into a ring. Yeah, put me in a piece of Moldavite and put me in a ring. Doesn't matter, because your spirit has got nothing to do with a wooden box. It's got nothing to do with a load of dust on top of a mantelpiece. It doesn't matter where you're scattered and where you're buried. It doesn't matter if there's a plant on you or a beautiful tree. At the end of the day, your beautiful lifeline starts here and ends somewhere here, and in between that you come and you go, and you come and you go, and you come and you go, and that's how it works until you say, you know what, I think I'm gonna have a break for a while now, and I'm not going back for a while. And then the while, in my understanding, is there's no such thing as space and time. So it's kind of meaningless when I say that, but it helps people understand. Where am I going to be buried? Because I think, yeah, I might want to be buried. Why? No reason. Just stick me somewhere. Where do you want to be stuck, Mark? Do you want to be stuck in a city centre? No, not really. Do you want to be stuck out somewhere in nature? Yeah, somewhere in nature. Somewhere quiet, please. But I thought you said it doesn't matter. It doesn't. None of it matters. I'm just saying it for the sake of it. Stick me in a cardboard box. It doesn't matter. I've gone. I'm home. People don't get upset in the spirit world. They don't say, hey, where are you putting me? Because that's not me. That's just a suit, you silly bugger. Yeah, hey, listen, it took me a while to get, but when I heard Spirit telling me these things, I'm saying, you know what, am I so stupid or what? You're absolutely right. Sat by a gravestone saying, oh, Mum, I love you. You can say it anywhere you bloody want. You don't have to be at a gravestone. She's not there. She's in the spirit world. She's around us. She's here. She's right here smiling. Right in here. So it doesn't matter. And you know what? Save yourself a load of money. Don't be wasting your time spending thousands just to impress everybody else and make them all feel better. Hey, don't you dare stick me in a box that costs thousands. Don't you dare. That's not what I want. Make sure you tell everybody when it's my time. Okay? I don't want no fancy things. Just put me in a cardboard box. I'm happy in that. Yeah, special delivery. Yeah, let's do it by Krayos. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it by Krayos. Why is that? Because they take for bloody ever to get there. Should have been here by now. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Your crystals will arrive, I promise, guys. I've been on with it today. Just takes a little bit of time when you're on something called coronavirus restrictions. Not our fault. We post the same day. Hey, but I've never let anybody down, so don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I've never let anybody down. Can you imagine talking about the most solemn subject and laughing all the way through? Something wrong with this guy. Or maybe there's something right with him. Maybe he understands what life and death is, and there is no such thing as death. At all. At all. Have a beautiful day, guys. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic crystals that I've worked upon today. And I'm still working on all of these now. Beautiful trios. And we're uploading them today. It's been a real pleasure. And some beautiful, beautiful little tiny petite Moldavites. Love you all. Take care. Let me get back to work. Have a great day. Bye for now.